What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Um, this is Netflix here. I just got it. Well, I just got it. I think I opened it up for y'all. Well, I want to tell y'all my story, how I got this TV. Let me tell you, it's a lengthy story, so I hope y'all got some time. I know my voice is kind of deep, and people with deep voice, when they start to talk, the person on the other end of the phone or something like that, when you're talking on the phone with someone and, that person got a deep voice like me, they start to get bored real quick. So I'm going to try to be as entertaining as possible, but, I'm going to try to. But people with deep voice, I know that people just fall asleep. Man, I could be boring too, whatever. So anyway, let me tell you all about my story, how I got this TV. If you looked at my other videos before, you've seen that I had that big, bulky looking TV, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's over there. It's over there. And I put that TV up, I could have threw it away, but I said, I'll just keep it anyway. So let me get on with my story. For a week before Thanksgiving, I was looking on commercials on how at Walmart they had this TV for $98. I kept seeing it over and over again. I kept seeing it on Jerry Springer. I've seen it on Maury Povich. I've seen it on all types of commercials. Every time a show would come on, I would see that commercial. And I first told myself that I wasn't going to do it because I know about the Black Friday stories. And I know what happens when people want something so bad, they will fight over it. Okay? They will fight over it. And they have done this many, many years at Walmart, mainly Walmart, because Black Fridays is basically the Walmart deals. Walmart has the biggest deals more than any other department store in America. And that has been true. Ask anybody and they'll tell you Walmart drop prices like no other on Black Friday. But they are the most vulnerable for more attacks. They are the most vulnerable for, stabbings and shootings and things like that. I mean, we done heard about that too that happened at Walmart and things like that. Let's not forget that the pregnant woman that got trampled, as soon as 12 o'clock hit, she got trampled by all sorts of people trying to get these deals. So that's just one incident that happened. So I'm looking and I see this commercial, and at first I said I wasn't going to do it because I just know what happens on Black Friday. I know what happens. Now, this was about 3 days before I went and got this TV. The Black Friday actually started on Thanksgiving, so it was actually a Black Thursday, okay? And the deal for this TV was from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Now, let me remind you, I haven't even went to go see my family on Thanksgiving or none of that. I was so concentrated on getting this LCD TV. I never had an LCD TV before, which I'm going to say right now, it works flawlessly. The name of this, the brand name of this TV is Funai, which is right here, Funai. Okay, don't know much about them. They're not a credible company, but it's LCD TV for $98. I mean, a 32-inch. So, it's a good deal. So let me get on. So I got to Walmart about 3 o'clock, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, the deal's going to start at 6. I knew there was going to be a line. But when I got there, I had no idea how long that line was going to be. Oh, my God, for this TV here. This is what happened. They had lines in aisles, okay? They had aisles, and they had lines in aisles. What you had to do is you had to go into one aisle, come out, you had to go into one aisle, curve, and then go into another aisle, curve, and then go into another aisle. Okay, so you have to go to like 4 different aisles before you can actually get the TV. Okay, but that was like, okay, let me tell you what first happened. When I got there, I got into a line which was only it was about a couple of hours, okay? It was about a couple of hours. And what you had to do first, before you could even get the TV, you had to get a bracelet, okay? Because they only had a limited amount of TVs in the store. They only had a limited amount. When I looked in the aisle where they put all the TVs at, it was an aisle that had to be about 200 TVs, okay? And I was asking the people, I said, so how do you get the TV? They said, you stand in the line, and, you're going to come in one aisle, and then you're going to come in one line of the aisle, whatever, and then you're going to curve around and come to the other end of the aisle, and then at the end of the next aisle, they'll give out the bracelet. And if you don't get a bracelet, you'll have to come back 2 days afterwards, and then, they'll give you a TV. Now, I really don't know how the specifics of that or whatever, but I think you had to come back and stand in line to get, the TV. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I'm glad I got to get the bracelet, okay? So once I got the bracelet, which, by the way, took about a half an hour or so to get the bracelet. Because for some reason, like, when I got to this aisle, they was just, like, getting people in the aisle, they were just getting people in the line, whatever. When I got in the line, I had to wait about 20-something minutes just for the line to start moving, just for people to get their bracelets. So, once I got my bracelet, they said, come back at 6, okay? And then, you get the TV. Now, I'm thinking, okay, I got my bracelet, right? All I got to do is come back at 6 and get the TV. Oh, my goodness. They had to stand in another line. They had to stand in another line. And this line was for 4 aisles. Okay? You go into an aisle, you curve, and then you go into another aisle. Okay? You go down, curve, come up, curve, go down, curve, come up, curve, and so on and so on. And, once you're done with that, then you can, at the end of the last aisle where you curve at, that's when they'll hand you the TV. But the thing is like this, okay, they had a bunch of new people working at Walmart, and they had no idea what to do. Let me remind you first that this place was totally packed. Totally packed. If you think about 4 square inch. About 4 square inch. There would have been about 4 people in that 4 square inch. The place was absolutely packed. It was absolutely, you could not move. You was moving like a step every every minute. A step a minute. The place was totally packed. Okay? And, yeah. So, I'm standing in line, and I'm like, okay, they had a line when it was time to get the TV, because I came there like 5:30. I said, okay, I know that if I get there at 6, I'm going to have to, I know there's going to be another line or whatever, I know that, it's not going to be easy. I know that for sure. But I just didn't know how long of a line it was to get the TV, okay? So this is what I had to do, right? I came back at 5:30, and I seen that they was already like, I was sitting, at first, this is what I did. At first, I was standing in the line in front of the TVs, because I'm thinking, okay, when 6 o'clock come around, all they got to do, is just give you a TV, and then you go on and walk away. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know how I was really going to set up whatever, but that's what I thought. You stand, you just sit there for a minute, and then it's just like you just walk it through, and you get your TV, and you walk through whatever, and you go ahead and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was another line, and at 5:30 they started forming the line. I know, like, when I'm talking, it doesn't really make sense, but I'm trying to explain it as much as possible. There was a line, you go into a line, curve, come out, whatever, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, there should be a difference between the people that has bracelets and the one that don't have bracelets, because there was people that were standing in line for the TV, where when 6 o'clock was coming around, they started forming the line. I'm like, there should be a difference between the ones that got a bracelet and the ones that don't have the bracelet. Come to find out that there was people in the line, the ones that had bracelets and the ones that don't have bracelets. Okay? And the people that was working there, some of the people that just started, like, on that day. Some was working there for a couple of months. Some were working there for a couple of years. They was just hiring people out of nowhere. And nobody at that place had no idea what they was doing. No idea. It was absolute chaos. Absolutely positive chaos. Back to back, left to right. Nobody had a clue what they was doing. Okay? So I'm standing in line, I'm mad, and I'm talking to people, trying to calm myself down, whatever. And, I'm just talking to people like, this is ridiculous, this is crazy, because they should separate the line. But they didn't do that. Everybody who wanted the TV could stand in line and get a TV, whatever. And they only had like 200 TVs that was out on the aisle at that time. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have a bracelet, you had to come back a couple of days later and stand in line again. So, whatever. So when I looked, like, when I first seen the TV around 4 o'clock, whatever, I looked and I seen that the name was Fun 9. I had no idea what the hell was Fun 9. You know what I'm saying? All I seen was that it was an LCD, flat screen, 32-inch TV. The ones that, well, they didn't say who on the commercial. They never said the name of the brand of the TV, whatever. They just said 32-inch. Because if they would have told you that it was a name, Fun 9, that you was going to get, I bet you nobody. Well, they probably would have still got it because it's $32 for a 32-inch. But it was absolutely bonkers up in that place. And then I finally got the TV. This is the TV right here. But it was absolutely crazy. And then once I got the TV, right, once they gave you the TV, you had to go and stand in line and check out. And that was another 20 minutes. So I'm standing in line. If you was to, you would think that maybe you could go on with a shopping cart and go on and do your business. No. The shopping cart, no. You can't go in there with no shopping cart. You had to basically hold, like I had the TV above my head. There was no way I could put that in the shopping cart and go on about my business. I had to put it over my head so I can get through the damn crowd. It was bananas up in Walmart. These people was fighting over paper towels and all sorts of knickknacks, a toaster, whatever. I mean, they were shopping over, fighting over some baby clothes and whatnot. I mean, they had like 20 policemen there. They had to have the police there, because people was fighting. They was actually fighting. And they wanted to make sure that this year there was no fighting. So they hired policemen to come there and, they had to hire cops. They had to. The place was bananas. It was absolutely crazy. So, I said, okay, I'm going to go, before going down there, I said, I'm going to try it and see how it goes. It was crazy. I don't know, I mean, I'd rather wait until Cyber Monday to do it, and hopefully they'll have the same kind of deals going on at Walmart on the Cyber Monday, than to actually go down to that place and deal with that again. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I had to go to Walmart, whatever, because I was thinking to myself, maybe they won't have this kind of deal on Cyber Monday. Maybe it's better to get it now than to wait till Cyber Monday and then be disappointed. And I didn't want to do that. So I said, I'm going to just go ahead and get the TV now. You know what I'm saying? It was bananas. It was crazy. It was off the chain. But it was not in a good way. No whatsoever. So I came home, and I hooked the TV up, and I got an HDMI cable that I had earlier. I hooked it up to my TiVo box. Down there, that's my TiVo box. You can tell that's my TiVo box. That's my DVD player, and that's my TiVo box. And I hooked it up, and it works fine. It even goes up to 1080p, 1080, not 1080p, 1080i, 1080i, whatever. It's a good picture. This is right here on my HDMI cable. This looks good. It looks wonderful. It looks great. So yeah, I mean, it was worth it. Because I thought there was going to be something defective about it, but it works good. HDMI, you got high definition all the way, no problem. So it was worth it. So I just wanted to tell you about my story. And I know most of you probably fell asleep, whatever, I don't know, or maybe just fast forward it, But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that because if you're ever thinking about doing Black Friday next year, the one thing I have to tell you is be prepared for anything. Be prepared for a fight. Be prepared for to sweat. There's a lot of sweating in that place. And dress comfortably. Dress comfortable because you will sweat. If you put on some heavy clothes, even if it's winter, if you put on some heavy clothes and you're in a place like Walmart where you have thousands upon thousands of people, you got like 500 people in 1 aisle alone, one area alone, you got like 500 people. If you don't dress comfortably, you will pass out. I was about to pass out because I was dressing I had like I had like 3 coats on and 2 shirts on, and because it was, it was pretty cold out, and I was about to pass out because I was trying to move. I was trying to get out the way and then whatever, and yeah. So dress comfortable. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Cyber Monday. That's it. I don't care. I'm doing Cyber Monday from now on because that was messed up. So I'm about to watch Breaking Bad. I'm going through Breaking. I'm sorry, people. I am going through Breaking Bad withdrawal. Breaking Bad withdrawal. I'm going through right. So I have to watch Breaking Bad over again. That's why I put on Netflix. I'm going through the withdrawal right now, and it's tearing me up. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm on chapter. Let me see. I think I'm on chapter 4. Let me see. I'm on chapter 4. Where am I at now? Chapter 4, episode 11. Chapter 4, episode 11. So I'm just gonna watch it over again. I love Breaking Bad. I love the hell out of Breaking Bad. It is the best show ever, and it would never be another like Breaking Bad. Never in this lifetime. Never. So yeah. All right. So that's my video, and I'm out. Going through Breaking Bad withdrawal. Like Rob Ford withdrawn from crack. Rob Ford. Jay-Z the parody of Rob Ford. Oh, that's classic. That is classic. Rob Ford. Rob Ford. Rob Ford, you're the king.